And we are live. Welcome to Glammaz Closet, guys. Hello, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I dropped my bracelet as I was putting it on. Give me just a second. There we go. Hopefully that'll stick around for a second now. Let us see who is in the chat. Good morning. Good morning, Regini. How are you? Let's see. Hello and good morning, Hello and good morning, all. Glamma, I just happened to be in your neck of the woods this weekend. Went to a concert at Busch Stadium last night and going to do some thrifting today and tomorrow. Yes, Regina, I'm going thrifting tomorrow too. So if you're in the city and you want to go thrifting, reach out to me. My Instagram. I'll put my link in the chat. But my email address is this. gmail.com. There you go. Reach out to me by email too. Regina, yeah, if you're going to be in the area and you want to meet up for a thrift, let's do that. Let's do this. It'll be fun because I actually went. Glamma and I went out last night, and I got some gambling profits, about 200, that I'm taking thrifting with me. I was like, oh, I won 200. Guess what? I'm taking that thrifting. Beep. Yeah, I did put that in my purse. Y'all better believe, okay? I do not F around when it comes to thrifting money. I will, any opportunity. Well, not any opportunity, but, $20 is $20. No, I'm joking. But I will, yeah, I would love to meet you up to go thrifting if you want. Aisha Dancer, Kristen, my love. Mwah, hello, good morning, show me homie. Good morning. It's good to see you. Ashley Reed. Hello, Ashley. Looky. Hello from Missouri. That was a magnet that Ashley sent me. She's a doll. She is a doll. And now we all know where Poplar Bluff is, which I'm from here. I didn't know it was that far southeast. I thought it was in the middle for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Ashley. Good morning, Deborah. Oh, Deborah, I'm going to be so excited to get I got some great deals. You guys, if you don't know, Deborah knows her stuff. I mean, when it comes to jewelry, she knows her stuff. Like, she can tell you can hold up a gemstone and she's like, oh yeah, that's blah, 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 blah. She knows her stuff. So I just bought 3, I think, really high quality pieces of silver from her. And I got them at an incredible deal on those. I got an incredible rate on those. So I'm excited to see those come in the mail, Deborah. I can't wait. And good morning, neighbor. Good morning, Mommy Lynn. Good morning. Mwah. Happy tea time, love. Good afternoon. I keep forgetting to say good afternoon. Good afternoon, Lynn. I hope that things in the UK are doing well today. I hope that you have great weather. I hear it's been a little hotter than normal this time around this summer. So I hope that you are staying nice and cool. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, multitasking and lurking. You know what? Yeah. That sounds like a wonderful plan. And if anybody's going to multitask, it is you. Kelly's got 20 irons in the fire at any one time. He's a master at multitasking. So good for you. I hope you take a moment this Sunday and are able to rest and relax. My sissy. Oh, I love you, sissy. She is, y'all. I don't think it's a secret by now. She's recovering from COVID, and it is, y'all. It takes like a good week and a half, 2 weeks after the symptoms disappear, just to get your strength back. Sissy, I'll be by. I made some homemade chicken noodle soup, and I'll be by with that on your porch and socially distancing, because I know that my nephews are also susceptible to the Ronas. So yeah, I have some chicken noodle soup, which sounds like a weird thing to make in July. But I had a craving for it, and I like my home cooking. What can I say? I get a high off my own supply a lot. This is how I get this chubby. But I'll be dropping off some for my sissy too, who is also a wonderful, wonderful cook, but probably has zero energy to do so right now. Reseller George E. Hello, Georgie. It was so good to see you on the Relist and Relax last night. And sorry I had to duck out, but Grandpa's like, hey, we just got the call, and I've changed my mind, and we are going to have date night. And I'm like, pew, I got $200 in reselling gambling money out of it, so I'm gonna go sourcing with that. But I love you, and I was glad. I was super happy to see you. And everybody's saying hello to one another. Yes, we do hope Aunt Boo feels better soon. She is kind of the honestly, she's kind of the cog on which the rest of our family turns as far as my mother is concerned, and it just and we want her to feel good, though. I don't want to, I don't ever want her to feel bad. I don't ever want her to. I mean, that sounds kind of dumb when it's like sickness, but you know what I mean. Like I just it hurts. It hurts to know she has to struggle. But she's an absolutely queen warrior, and she is going to get through this just fine. I make egg drop soup and creamy tomato with basil soup all summer long, Glamma. See, that's Deborah. I will wake up, and I mean, I live in an air conditioned home, so it's not like I'm cooking over a fire. So I will wake up and be like, oh man, beef stew sounds really good today, or like chili. And I'm like, let's go ahead and just cook that. But I was in the mood for chicken noodle soup, and I know that I'll make like a giant pot. So yeah, definitely good to share. I'm finally starting to feel better, but now my youngest is feeling sick. My poor baby, my nephew. Oh. Georgie said, I understand. Bravo, you. Right? I feel really good about that. It doesn't mean I love you less, as I tell my children when I go gamble. No, I'm joking. I don't. It's not intervention serious. P. Murph, good morning. Hello, my brother from another mother. It is good to see you this morning. It's great to see you this morning. It's great to see all of you this morning. Happy Sunday. Happy post 4th of July Sunday. We had a very interesting 4th of July. We actually had a good 4th of July. My son and his girlfriend came up from college, my youngest boy, and my older two were out with their families doing a 4th of July thing. And then my youngest boy came up from college, and one of my very best friends, the one who's kind of going through it, she had 4th of July at her house, and they had their pool open. And so, there was swimming. I actually did not go swimming because I got there kind of late in the day. But there was swimming, there was barbecue, there was, great food, fantastic company. I mean, the conversations just never ended. We had fantastic beverages. We had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. There was one point where, here's the thing. Let me spill the tea. I have always hated things that pop. So the 4th of July was sort of like a torture experiment for me. Always has been. And as long as it's up in the sky, the big pops don't bother me. But when it's right in front of me, it drives me crazy. And I'm just like, no, I don't trust. My problem is that I don't trust humans. Not to screw something up. Hi, Liv. So there's this human error element that I just don't trust. I have issues. I know, guys, I have issues. So because of this human error element, I usually with my 3 boys, I had to white knuckle it through every 4th of July and just sit there like 10 feet from them. and it's been a nightmare. So now that my boys have grown, I can go inside and I can sort of chill out while they're doing the hey, we're going to set up our own fireworks thing. And I was glad I did. I went inside. I chilled out with my four-legged glam baby, with my son and his girlfriend's dog, on the couch because we were both kind of a little freaked. So we sat down on the couch to chill out. 5 minutes later, one of the big fireworks tips sideways and goes off. Now I hear the screaming and the running and the laughing and everything. Turns out the neighbor's car, which he's not a very nice neighbor, so but yeah, the neighbor's car got shot up. It didn't blow up or anything, but whoa, there's going to be some damage. Yeah, it was like pow, 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 and it's like hitting the car, and then it's like hitting the side of their house, and I was like, oh Lord, it was like the neighbor across the street. So long story short, yeah, there's going to be an insurance claim, I have a feeling. But that's my 4th of July. And inside, I'm petting the dog like Dr. Evil. I'm like, yes, yes. I'm like, this is why we go inside. Yeah. It was just, yeah, I don't trust human error. I don't. Hello, lovely Glamma. I'm at my mama's house right now. Been enjoying family time with my 4 siblings and 8 nibblings. Wow, Liv, that sounds fun. Ampu, thank you so much. If you could hit that thumbs up for me, man, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, it was a human error, a divine intervention, right? If you met the neighbor, you don't understand. He's kind of a butthole. and when I say kind of, I mean like a huge butthole. And he's like, trust me. Yeah. Anyway, but it's, nobody obviously deserves to get their car beat up, but it just sort of happened out that way. So I don't know. Frosted lucky karma. It's karmically delicious. We used to have an a-hole neighbor that yelled at us for setting off fireworks after 9 p.m. when I was growing up. Yeah, he's probably like, I work. No. You're like, yeah, but it's the 4th of July, I mean, if you're doing it all night, there's a moment when your parents should probably stop you. But yeah, if you're doing it like after dark on 4th of July is 9 p.m. Yeah. You're off for food. I don't blame you, Linlin. I do not blame you at all. Get some dinner, girl. Yes. It's wonderful to see you, gorgeous. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, it was like I said, I things that pop scare me to death, and that has to do with my father. He was a smoker, and he would any chance that he could get to pop a balloon, he would do so. And he would do so as close to me for some reason as possible. And it was always a jump scare. I hated it. And I don't think he realized how very sensitive I am to noise. So, and it's not like he deliberately put it in my face and popped it. He would he just couldn't resist. He was like a little kid. He'd see some balloons and he'd pop them, and they just happened to be near me. So yeah, it's crazy. We are still, by the way, the membership auction is full for this time. Before this one happens, I'm going to go ahead and schedule my next one, and my next one should be in September because we're going to do them every 2 months instead of once every 3 months. So if you are interested in doing a members auction, the auction itself is for everybody, but selling on that auction is for members of my channel. It's my way of thanking my members. It's one way that I can thank my members. One of the many ways, but you get it. So my members auction it's on July 18th, and it starts at 6 p.m. Central, and it goes till 10:30 Central. So I think it's going to be 10:45 Central. Sorry. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think that there's something for everybody. We've got so many different types of sellers, and I'm so excited about that. I'm really excited about that. So we have, let me check and see if I can pull up the auction list really quickly. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we have Johnny with Cajun Roots Resellers, Michael and Mark, Two Old Guys Vintage, my sweet JoJo Joe Mouse, Teresa with Yarnigan, always bringing the heat, Gina Marie, it'll be her first time, and this will be so much fun. You guys are going to love her. Deborah Shea, who is in the chat, Timeless Jewels by Deb, and like I said, Deb's got the fire stuff. She knows her stuff. Veronica Mitka, she's always got some deals on some really great stuff. Tooch Man, Tooch. And then also Just Dodo, Dorothy. And Dorothy will surrender the good deals, honey. Yes. So, yeah. Hey, Not Gun, how you doing? Good morning, Craig. Craig's always sleeping. He's sleeping on the job. You're sleeping on the job. So we have all of those sellers. That's the lineup, and I'm excited. I'm hosting. And then I will actually be on Ella's auction this week also from noon to 5. And I have made it to almost the bottom of I've pretty much made it to the bottom of my death pile. The only thing I have left are like hard goods to sell. And as you know, the clothes people are usually like, we put off the hard goods until the very last minute. We're like, oh, we love these shoes. Oh, look, it's a 18th century map. And you know which one's going to make us more money. But we just do that. You love what you love. The hard goods people, from what I understand, in the chat last night, they sort of do that in reverse. They list all their hard goods stuff first, and then they're like, "Oh, this stupid T-shirt," and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's a concert T-shirt from Rush 1982." It's sort of like, or I'm like, "Oh my God, those are Chanel shoes." He's like, "Really? I just think they had to see." It's that sort of thing where you list first what you love. You really do. So I'm going to go find some more stuff to love. I need some thrift to love. Don't you want some thrift to love? Okay, I somehow have lost my... There we go. Okay. What a great lineup. I'm excited to watch. You should be. And next time I hope you can sell on the members auction. Okay, so we're going to take that one away. There we go. Okay. Sorry about this. I don't really have a lot of fashion news this week. There's another Nike Air Max coming out from the designer Giacomo. Which is spelled really, really crazy. It's spelled nothing like Giacomo, which is how you can tell it's French. It's the French language. Sometimes things aren't, well, I should say they don't look like. I think that's how it's spelled. It's spelled like Jacquemus. But it's Giacomo. If you don't know, it's a high-end French designer. They do the spring fall runway shows. They would be on par price-wise with like a Loewe or like a Dolce, something like that. So they have done, yes, Giacomo Finane. Giacomo Finane. That's what I think of every time I see their name. Oh my God. I hope so too. Up until last night, I had plans for that day, so I wasn't able to sell. I know. I'm so glad that you are, though. And Susie, good morning, my little dragonfly. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see you. Me too. Deborah, me too. Yeah, so Giacomo came out with the Nike Air Max, yet another version of that. And here's what's been happening. We've been seeing Nike Air Max come out with Nike Air Max X, which is Nike Air Max by, and then you'll see Giacomo, or you'll see Dior, or you'll see, no, you won't see Dior, but I'm just saying you'll see like higher end brands that are doing they're doing releases with Nike Air Max. And that all leads up to in 2026. Word on the street and the fashion vine is that in 2026, Nike Air Max are going to be, they're going to be releasing like celebrating like 20 years. I think it was 20 years, 30 years, something like that. And so they're going to do like a re-release and another drop. So those Nike Air Max, if you can get them good now, get them good now. Because 2026, which is not as far away as you think, it's like a year and a half away. That's like 18 months away. That's not that far. Ronnie, tackle hug, good morning. Mwah. Liv singing along. That song's going to be in our head all day, Liv. It's going to be in our heads all day. Blanket, hello, I'm on my phone. That's okay. That happens. So just keep an eye out for those Nike Air Maxes, and keep an eye out for the collabs that they're doing with the different designers. If you see Nike Air Max and then you see like another designer's name on it, there's a very good chance that like Giacomo, or it's going to be like a high-end brand. And it may or may not be a very well-known high-end brand, but I would still pick those up. If you can get them. That's just my little tip. That's what I'm going to do. I should say I'm not telling you what to do, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm totally telling you what to do. I don't care. Sorry, but I think it's a good idea. From shipping news, freight waves, which is sort of like for people in the freight industry or people in the trucking industry. There's an online news sort of website called Freight Waves. And they do a lot of shipping news. So, and I was interested to see this article. UPS announced Sunday that it plans to sell its truckload brokerage business, Coyote Logistics, to the technology-enabled brokerage RXO for $1.025 billion. According to the company, Chicago-based Coyote Logistics manages around 10,000 loads per day. That's less than your mom. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop that. With a network of over 10,000 carriers. Quote, as UPS positions itself to become the premium small package provider and logistics partner in the world, the decision to sell our Coyote Logistics business allows an even greater focus on our core business, said Carol B. Tomei, the chief executive officer at UPS in the release. In January, UPS announced plans to explore strategic alternatives or a possible sale for its struggling truckload brokerage business, which it acquired for $1.8 billion in 2015. So here's the thing. Whenever I see that, it automatically sends a little red flag up in my head. Whenever I see some like weird sort of back little article, like somebody's selling off a piece of their something. Hey, Southern Belle, how you doing, baby girl? Hi, good morning. Mwah. When I see companies like that selling off pieces, one of two things is going to happen. Either they are going to, either they're going to end up reconfiguring their entire, sort of business model, or it's going to end up costing me money. One of the two. So I'm interested to keep an eye on that one. I think it's an early rumbling. I don't think UPS is going out of business anytime soon. And if they are concentrating on their smaller package thing, that's only good for us. Because when they say smaller package, I don't think they mean less than 50 pounds. I think they're talking about not truckloads of flats and pallets. So I think that they're actually talking about like doing like concentrating more on like the smaller things that they do. Now, is that going to raise the prices for us? I don't know, but I would keep an eye out for that. And let's face it, the price of everything's going up. So there's a very good chance. that would happen, kids. Also from the United States Postal Service Inspection Services website. So it's the United States Postal Service, USPS, inspection services website. So it's not the USPS website, it's the inspection services website for USPS. They did put out this warning, and I feel like I should share this, so I'm going to share this with you this morning. And this is a direct quote. So if it sounds a little cheesy, it's not me. I have my different flavor of cheese. Have you received an unsolicited mobile text messages with an unfamiliar or strange web link that indicates a USPS delivery requires a response from you? If you never signed up for a USPS tracking request for a specific package, then don't click the link. This type of text message is a scam called smishing. Smishing is a form of phishing, that's PH phishing, like PH fat, but phishing, that involves a text message or phone number. Victims will typically receive a deceptive text message that is intended to lure the recipient into providing their personal or financial information. These scammers often attempt to disguise themselves as government agencies, banks, or other companies to lend legitimacy to their claims. United States Postal Service utilizes the 5-digit short codes to send and receive messages to and from mobile phones. The criminals want to receive personally identifiable information about the victim, such as account usernames and passwords, social security numbers, date of birth, credit and debit numbers, personal identification numbers, or other sensitive information. This information is used to carry out other crimes, such as financial fraud. The Postal Service offers free tools to track specific packages, but customers are required to either register online or initiate a text message and provide a tracking number. USPS does not charge for these services. United States Postal Service will not send customers text messages or emails without a customer first requesting the service with a tracking number, and it will not contain a link. So, if you did not initiate the tracking request for a specific package directly from USPS and it contains a link, don't click the link. Which I think is just good advice for in general. Yeah, I get them from Amazon. I get them from my bank, and not my bank, but my bank. Hope not. UPS is the cheapest way to ship a lot of longer size products. Yeah, me too. Since UPS have started the ground service, these prices are often more affordable than USPS. Yes. Especially with USPS rates starting July 1st. I noticed that. Yep, been getting that text for months, ignoring and blocking it. Yes. Have you guys what's been your experience with smishing? Do you get that from, I know that we all work with like USPS and FedEx and UPS and all of the carriers. What's been your experience as far as emails like that? Southern Belle said, I get emails like that from FedEx, but I know that they are fake since I neither ship nor receive from FedEx. Yes. The only thing I get from FedEx is I think ThredUp sends their boxes FedEx. And so if it doesn't have the cool thing about ThredUp is that 99.9% of the time, if you get a box in the mail from ThredUp, it has giant polka dots all over it. It looks like a giant tampon box. So yeah, you can, it looks happy. So I know what a ThredUp box looks like. I get international packages from my supplies. They do not send anything but DHL. I didn't know that, Deborah. Very smart. Very sneaky, sis. I like that. The United States Postal Service does send real emailing to confirm when you order free shipping supplies. Yes. I think so, Southern Belle. I get I can just go on the USPS website and confirm. If I get something that says, hey, your package, I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah, it's weird though with the smishing. It's kind of like anything else in life. There are going to be folks out there who will try to take advantage of any vulnerability. They would rather work 24 hours straight on one con than to work one real day at a job, than to work 8 hours at a real job. They just would. That's just who they are. It gives them some sort of internal sense of satisfaction to, lie, cheat, steal, get away with it. And so, we keep our eyes out for that thing. My advice would be, if you don't know, don't click it. If you don't know, don't click it. I got one last year right after I sent a package from my parents to a friend of mine, and it said that the package had to be rerouted or something. I almost fell for it. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, because they make it look real, right? What stopped me was my mom calling to say she got the same message, but neither of us had given a phone number. Aha. Oh, very smart. And it said the package had to be rerouted or something. Yeah. Just be cautious of anything with the link. If what you're that I like Pirate Ship, because when you send on Pirate Ship, it does keep track of all the tracking numbers that you're sending out. Also with Poshmark, they've always got a tracking number for you, and they always send it directly from Poshmark. It's on the label that you print. So with Poshmark, with Pirate Ship, I feel very secure about just going on to their website or just going on to the original. In the case of Poshmark, I can actually literally go directly onto Poshmark and track that package and see what's up. Yeah, and just be cautious. Just use some caution. Sometimes it sucks that we have to move our way through a world where not everybody is trustworthy. It sucks that there are some things like that. Ashley, hello, gorgeous. Hello, baby. Mwah, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Okay, so this is the Ashley, I think, that sent me the Missouri magnet. Look, there I am, Ashley. There I am. I'm on this steamboat under the arch. She is such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. We're just talking about smishing and how the United States Postal Service has a message out. That was the other thing. I used either Pirate Ship or Shippo, and it was USPS allegedly messaging us. Yeah, if there's an issue with the order, just go back to the original Pirate Ship or Shippo, and track it through there. That's why I really kind of love doing that. I do. Miss Ashley, good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm glad you're here. So that's what's been going on in the world of shipping. I have my sales pulled up from Poshmark this week. Didn't have any auctions, but I do have Poshmark sales to get into. So let's see. If people would work as much into an actual job as they do scamming others, they'd be better off. They really would. Hi, Amy Y. How you doing, my girl? What's up? Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I hope things in Wisconsin are great today. I'm running out of air. I hope things in Wisconsin are wonderful today. Sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and share our screen. We're going to talk a little bit about what's been selling for this week. Okay. So we start with Intimately Free People Black Bralette tank in size medium. Let me make sure it's actually showing there. There we go. Okay. This sold for $16. It's been in my closet for a little bit. It was, it's in beautiful condition. It sold for $16, and after shipping discounts and Poshmark fees, I made $10.78. And then Judy Blue black distressed boyfriend jeans. I'm seeing more and more black jeans going out, and I don't know if it's because they want gray jeans and they're trying to turn them gray, but I suspect that the black jean thing, it's just always going to be a thing. Judy Blue black distressed boyfriend jeans sold for 20 and I made 16. And those were juniors, so don't think you can't sell juniors jeans. This is that time of year when juniors are looking for jeans. I did have some Saks Fifth Avenue black pointed toed pumps. I think those came in a thread up box. I'm almost positive. Those sold for 21, not as much as I had hoped, but at some point you take any offer to get the sale. And I earned $14.78. I had a vintage Asian inspired hand blown glass atomizer that sold for 18. I made 12.38. I think I originally got that one from, I want to say from Two Old Guys maybe. And it just did not fit in with the rest of the decor that I was sort of the vibe that I was looking for. Was looking for more of a Hollywood Regency thing. New with tags Leota ivory pattern pencil skirt sold for $24 and I made 17.18. Man, you should see that skirt up close. It's got like gray geometric patterns. It's fantastic. And don't let people tell you can't sell skirts. There's proof right there. I had a Free People sheer cotton bohemian top, and that sold for 22, and I made 17.60. I'm noticing that's the second piece of Free People this week. New in box Fitbit Versa 4, never opened, sold for 120, and I earned 93.98. It was actually a gift that I was sitting around collecting dust, and I felt awful about not using it, and there was a lot of guilt every time I passed it, so I just sold it. I'm too old to be living with guilt. Columbia men's button-up tropical shirt, very cute. It was like a 2XL. It was nice. That sold for 20, and I made 13.98 on that after Poshmark fees and shipping discounts. And then my final sale, because we're not going to talk about these jeans up here. Those just sold before I went live, so they're not included in my numbers. My final sale was a Bally New with Tags white all-around support bra. That came in a thread-up fun box. It sold for $12, and I made $9.05, considering that a fun box has minimum 10 items, and that one sold for $9, and the fun box was like $28 plus shipping. That's a pretty good rate of return. So, we have 2 intimates that sold out this week. 1 jeans, 1 shoes, 1 electronics, 1 hard goods, 1 skirt, and 2 tops. So we had a total of 9 sales at $3 per item average cost of goods. That takes us up to 27, and I do a very average cost of goods. So 9 sales this week. My gross was $273, which sounds great. My net was $205.73, which is still for me lately really great. If I subtract the cost of goods from that, my total profit for this week was $178.73. So that is I consider that a winner of a week, and it had more to do with that, with being unwilling to stare at that dusty, lovely, thoughtful, incredible Christmas present. Oh my God, Deborah. Girl, why ain't you driving by my house with them Philly cheesesteaks? I know you're not that far. Philly cheesesteak stuffed mushrooms. That sounds so good. Deborah, we got to have that recipe. Okay, make sure and hit me up with that recipe later, girl. Call me. Email me. So that was, overall, it was a very good week. I was really happy about that. And then here's my question. How's everybody's week going? How is everybody's sales week? Now, I know that the 4th was this week, so if you're in the United States, it could be crap. If you're in Canada, Great Britain, South America, it may be, and other countries, it may be a much, much better. I'm not sure. So please let me know how your sales have been this week and what you're seeing the most sell of, because I think as a community we could all use that information. I was shocked that the electronics sold as fast as it did. I suspect that I way underpriced it. I think I did. And I did accept an offer on it because again, it's, it's hard days. It's hard days in the summer. It's really tough. Sometimes in the summertime, it slows down. My auction attendance has been massively down. I've noticed that. Yeah, I think everybody's has. Everybody's has. Fiber Boutique Robin. Hi. Mwah. Hello, Robin. Bye. Good morning. Big old goose eggs on sales, but I was on vacation, hold until the 4th. So, yeah. Yes, but you got you know what? You got to work that vacation out, girl. Yes. We all need a vacation. And yeah, exploring the Northwest and all of their delicious goodies. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And that's the thing. A lot of people are on vacation. A lot of people are, the back to school sales aren't going to start until like August 1st. Nobody's really thinking about those. So, you got to give that, you have to give that concession. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I am literally turning bright red as we speak. I'm like a mood. I'm your mood Glamma. That is what we call a hot flash. So excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, Kelly said sales are pretty steady. Typically sell about half of what I purchase, list within a week, and then the rest takes time. More mowing sold as well. So yeah, Kelly got a nice big thing of mowing. That's cool. My glasses used to fog up. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not. I don't know if you noticed, but it turns bright red and all of a sudden it's like whoosh, and it happens very, very fast. I'm glad that your sales are steady, Kelly. Aldi gets their school stuff out on Wednesday. No kidding. I did not know that. Yeah, the last thing I'm going to try to sell is like a school supply that's not a new with tags backpack, because everything else is just, I don't know. I just feel like they have prices for back to school that they would never ever have on school supplies any other time. So, you're getting highlighters for like 5 highlighters for like $1, and you're getting like, stacks of notebooks for like 10 cents each, and all that, and the Elmer's glue and all that stuff. It's a great time for me to stock up on office supplies and craft supplies for my grandkids, and office supplies for myself. Like packing tape is much cheaper, regular tape is much cheaper, Post-it notes, stuff like that. But as far as reselling that, I usually kind of avoid that unless it is clothing or backpacks or kids' shoes, stuff like that. So I was kind of happy to get in my Goodwill blue box. I did the Goodwill shoe blue box, and that cost me, I actually have a cost of it. It's ostensibly 5 pairs of shoes, minimum of 5 pairs of shoes. It was $29.99 plus $7 to ship. There was no tax because it's Goodwill. And $36.99 was my total on that. Usually they do mostly athletic shoes. This time I got some really fire shoes. But they did send me a little bitty pair of Vans, that they're like the red and white check Vans that are kids Vans. They're so cute. They're waiting to go in the washing machine right now. I'm finally sitting down to chat, been listening, but have unexpected kid stuff to deal with. It happens, honey. Life happens to all of us. Thank you for being here. When do you all start to sell fall items? I never stop. I got to be honest. I never stop. You never know who is going to be where and what they're going to need or for what. So, yeah. I was concentrating on Independence Day, but wasn't sure if I should focus on Labor Day. Does anyone decorate for Labor Day? I don't know. In my neck of the woods, it's I have I'm in, put a flag in front of your house country. And we have a flag in front of our house and we keep it up year round. Um but as far as listing for like fall, winter, I usually do that. I will do it year round unless this happens, and then you can take every single piece of wool in the United States and throw it in a big black hole because I'm too hot to deal with it. So it just depends. Yeah. I don't list, I'm only on YouTube. Okay, on YouTube, that is, I would probably wait until mid September, maybe. Mid September to mid October are going to be, or the end of October are going to be really big, and then right before Thanksgiving is when a lot of people will. They know that they're getting ready to go out and shop for everybody else, and that's when they'll spend a little bit of money on themselves. Yeah, I have a consignment app in early August. I'll bring transitional fall stuff then too. Yeah. Well, I have a consignment appointment in a couple of weeks and they want me to bring in summer fall transition stuff. Yeah. Yeah, if you're selling on live, I think it's different. I don't know. I'd probably start selling that in like September. August just sounds hot, doesn't it? It just sounds hot. So yeah, you just heard a song in your head. You're right, Patrick. Pemer Merca. F yeah. Yeah, I don't know because when I list on Poshmark, I do it year round. When I do sales on auctions, I'm not a pro at it. So I just usually I bring hard goods to sales on auctions, unless I have something that's seasonal. But yeah, mid July usually I tend to avoid like the sweaters and stuff like that. Um, because I think a lot of those sales are impulse sales, right? Um, and uh, and unless you're doing like a Christmas in July thing, and even then, I don't know, Christmas in July is rough. So I would say probably if I were selling clothing on an auction, and this is just me, and I'm not the most successful person in the world or even in the room probably at this point, but if I were selling soft goods on an auction that were specific to fall and winter, I'd wait until mid September at least. That's just me. Um, you want the majority of the country to be on its way well into fall. So again, that's just me, honey. And you do you. You do exactly what you think is going to work the best for you. And look at it this way: if you try to sell it too early and it doesn't sell, put it back on a hanger, toss it in the closet, bring it back out. Oh, okay. Instead of doing a Christmas in July show this year, I decided to do a Christmas in July segment in each auction since I have three per week. Oh, how smart! That's very smart. That's very smart. Because I didn't think that I was interested in a Christmas in July, and I went on Pee Wee's auction, and he had like a pair of uh, designer deer, we'll say, that I know were about $360 for the pair of them. And I went ahead and bought those. I didn't pay that much for them. I paid much, much less. I think I paid $80 for the pair plus shipping. And it was such an incredible deal. So Christmas in July is a sometimes it'll spark that imagination. So I think you're smart. How super smart, Southern Belle. Very smart. Very smart. Let's see, what else do I have on my agenda this morning? Oh, I do have memberships. I got them. And I do have different tiers of memberships, so you don't have to get the expensive one or whatever to sell on the members only sale. You can get the Glam Baby one, and that is just fine. Also, if you push the like button You are immediately more attractive. At least to me, you are. So if you can please hit that like button, that thumbs up, I really appreciate it. So I ring a jingle bell. Oh, I like that. And my viewers know the segment is coming. Or when viewers put a Christmas tree emoji in the chat, I bring out a Christmas item. Ah, lovely. That's kind of fun. That's building a culture around like year-round Christmas because yeah, you can sell anything any day of the year. You have no idea who's looking for what at what time for what reason. You never ever know. I think that's fantastic. What a cute idea too, the little jingle bell. I like that. I don't really have a salty treat this week. I'm too hot to be salty. I honestly, if I had to salt something, it would be, women's biology, and there's nothing I can do with that. We are what we are. Don't forget about Summerween when white women like me want to fast forward to fall. Yes, you and Jack Valentine. You and Jack Valentine are pushing the fall, and I love the fall. I love the fall. I'm a fall baby. That's my thing. It's my deal. But yeah, Summerween, I do like that. I do like that. I appreciate the encouragement, y'all. You know what? Yeah, absolutely. Women should support each other. Everybody, that's the thing. As resellers, we're all rowing the same boat. A rising tide lifts all boats. So, if we see something wonderful happening for somebody, there's no reason not to be happy for them. You know what? Here's a fun story. You could be happy for other people and happy for yourself too. How about that? Yeah, it's a real thing. There is, yeah. So yeah, I think so. I am glad. I'm glad that you're doing that. Your hot flashes are scaring me for when I get there. Are you in pain? Not at all. Not at all. Um, no, it's not painful. It's just honestly, it's like all of a sudden you went from inside of an air conditioned house to outside in the heat for a minute. And as long as you've got something around, a beverage or something or air conditioning or something to cool yourself off with, you're fine. And if you don't, you're not. It's not that you're not fine physically. You're okay. You're just like, you know, you can open up the freezer door and poke your head in. Many of us have done that. That's a thing. Just concerned. Love, hug, and prayers for you. Yeah, honey, it's just menopause. That's natural. That's not anything. That's not anything. Yeah, not painful. It's just hot for a minute. It just hot. And we all go through it, but that is, I guess that's the price we pay for being able to give life. Bummer that they make us do a trade-off like that, but there it is. Ronnie, my salty treat is global warming, right? Global warming. Yeah. I honestly at this time it is, yeah, it is just it's getting it's getting warm out there. It's warm out there, y'all. Okay, let's find out who's got the highest heat this week in the summertime. Who's got the highest heat today? I will tell you that I'll go ahead and start us off in Imperial, Missouri today. It is, what's our high going to be today? Okay, so our high is supposed to be 87 degrees today, which for us, that's a big break. Oh, 88. Okay, so it's supposed to get up to 88 in Imperial. And that is, again, that's right around that's right around St. Louis, Missouri. So yeah, 88 degrees, almost 90. The thing here is that it's not the heat, it's the humidity. And anyone who lives in a humid area knows what I'm talking about. People who live in Florida, people who live in the swampy areas of Alabama and Louisiana, people who live anywhere near, I can't even imagine what it's like in Minnesota, anywhere near like like convergence of bodies of water, or anyone who lives right on a body of water, unless it's literally like next to the ocean, like you can walk out and then, yeah. So yeah, it gets hot. And again, it's not with the humidity. The problem is that if you have high humidity, any sweating that you do is not going to help you out whatsoever, because there's no breeze to help that evaporate and cool you off. I think I have early onset hot flashes, or maybe it's just I'm too effing hot. You're too young for early onset hot flashes, but that would make them, that would be understand why it's early. Maybe perimenopause. 93 in Southwest Mississippi. Ooh, doggy. Honey, it is hot there. Mississippi. My husband and I went to Mississippi. We went to Kiln, Mississippi. He wanted to see where Brett Favre grew up when we headed south for our big adventure. Going up to 94 today and all week. Humid here too. Yes. I love this song so much, Kristen. When the summer's right, we go fishing and go swimming in the sea. I love that song. Hey, Swampy, good morning. Mwah. Good morning. I'm in New Orleans. I know heat and humidity. Oh, I bet you do. And NOLA? Mm-hmm. Girl, yes. We went in the off season and it was still hot. Yep. NOLA, no joke, man. And coffee and ice water. I feel like they're the only other city that really gets the coffee, ice water, cast iron, and brick culture that we have here in St. Louis. We get the same thing in NOLA. My husband and I were there and we were like, we feel so comfortable here because they've got exposed brick. They've got the cobblestone streets. They've got the old, black cast iron railings and fleur-de-lis and all this stuff all over the same. And yeah, and the heat and the humidity, we felt right at home. That's another River City thing, I think. Williamsburg, Virginia, built on a literal swamp. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty gnarly. Mid to upper 80s, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not mad at like mid to upper 80s if the humidity is not like so bad that it causes you to lose your breath. I'm a sweat fest here, right? When you walk out, and Swampy knows, when I think he's from Louisiana too, I think, or yeah, I think so. But when you walk out, when you live in a humid area and you walk outside, and it's not just that you're walking into an oven, you're walking into a wet oven. It's like somebody threw a wet blanket on you and shoved you in an oven. It's so horrible. Glenn is the only Swampy. I like that. Yes. I swam up here to avoid flooding in Lafitte, Louisiana. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Flooding. Yeah, we've got some flooding in Missouri, too. New Orleans is the Europe of the South. Yeah. Is it perimenopause, or am I just fat and sweat a lot? I could not tell you that. Yeah, St. Louis is the NOLA of the Midwest. Honestly, we're like about as exotic, I guess, as it gets. But we have a lot in common with NOLA's a sister city founded by, with a very French flavor, and we've got that. Yeah, so we get that. Michael, good morning, my angel. Humidity is pretty ugly right now. Thanks, Beryl. Right? Amen. It's almost like a greenhouse, if you will. Yeah, I get that. I see what you did there. I literally ask myself that every day, and I know the answer. You don't know the answer. Oh, you're in Baton Rouge. Yeah, so you're in southern Louisiana. You know what's up. You know what humidity feels like, and you know what good coffee tastes like. Y'all got the food down there. I'm not even lying. If they were like just based on food alone, where would you go? It would be there. It would be New Orleans. Not even New Orleans. It would just be like southern Louisiana, because everywhere we went in southern Louisiana was fantastic. Me, Delulu, eats second chocolate croissant of the morning. You know what? Lord, give me a chocolate croissant. You know what I'm going to do. We could just be Delulu together. I should not have to sweat standing still in the shade. If I'm going to sweat, I need to have earned it. Yeah. Ran back inside. Super humid already. Yep. Robin, I get that. I get that. I lost a lot of weight here. Food sucks. Oh, okay. I like the food in Louisiana, but southern Louisiana. Did I have beignets with my coffee in NOLA? I had beignets with my everything in NOLA, honey. Yes. It was so, I mean, the beignets, we ordered some, and we ate some, and then we ordered some more. Yeah, and there was powdered sugar, and they had like some, sauce on the side, and you don't even need the sauce. You don't even need the powdered sugar. I shook most of the powdered sugar off and just ate them, and they were so good. They were so good. And then I had shrimp and grits, which was life changing. And I've had shrimp and grits before. Don't get it twisted, but I've had northern shrimp and grits, and I've had mid of the country shrimp and grits. Um, but nobody makes them like New Orleans does. And they're one of my favorite things. You're in Mississippi now. Oh, that's right. You're in Mississippi. Oh man. Yeah. You probably missed the Louisiana food, I would imagine. St. Louis has some amazing old cheap homes. Unfortunately, not the right side of town, but it's gorgeous homes. You'd be surprised how quickly they can gentrify a neighborhood. Yeah. Samesies beignets are life. Yes, they are magical, aren't they? All day, all night, Marianne. Yeah, all day, all night. It's heartbreaking how beautiful some of the homes are in the absolute worst parts of town. Also, good morning. I love you so much. What do people in Mississippi eat? Serious question. What's their signature dish? I mean, they're Southern, so biscuits, gravy, sweet tea, all the things that we do love. Cheese grits, I'm sure. I don't know. We didn't eat. We ate. We stopped for a hamburger in Mississippi, and it was a drive-through place. I can tell you, it was a great hamburger. Yeah. Mississippi food: fried catfish and Mississippi mud pie. Yeah, the Mississippi mud pie is good. Did I have bananas Foster flambéed table side? I did not. I did not. I came up in the catering world, and uh, okay, when I came up in the hotel world, I should say. When I first started in catering, everybody was doing bananas Foster all the time, all the time. It was like the number one thing that was selling across the board. And I've eaten so much bananas Foster that I can't. I simply cannot. It's not that I can't. It's that it wasn't my go-to. We actually, to be honest, we ordered beignets with literally everything in New Orleans. Hold the catfish. Yeah, I'm not a big fried fish person. Um, but I will eat it. It's just not my number one. I did have gas station boudin, and that was mm, don't get it from a gas station, honey. Don't do it. We were so ill. Did you have gumbo or turtle soup? I had gumbo. Yeah, this food is on fire. Yeah. Coffee and mud pie, my diet. Yeah. Yeah. I love, we always devolve into food, don't we? That's hilarious. Um, Fire. Beware, boudin is a blood sausage. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know I gotta be honest. I don't know what was in it. I picked it up at a gas station. My husband and I took one bite of each one, and then we switched them. And I'm like, "Well, mine tastes funny," and he's like, "Well, mine tastes funny." And then we switched them, and we took. I said, "Well, maybe it's about personal taste," and we each took one bite of the other one, and we were like, "No, no." Psh. They went in the back of the car, and then they went in the trash. And one of them actually I had to throw out of the car. I didn't throw the wrapping because that would be littering, but I did throw the sausage out of the car, which is a weird euphemism for something too. But yeah, it was I forget what they said it was, but I'm not used to I'm pretty Midwestern. I'm not used to sausages being cooked until they're gray. And there was something about the gas station aspect of it. And they were, to be fair, this was a tiny gas station in a tiny town where you walked in and they've got like a whole display of fake Chanel stuff, and they've got like incense burners and dream catchers and stuff. So it's my kind of character sort of thing. And then they had 3 electric skillets going, and then that's where they had the boudin, and they said homemade boudin. It just wasn't my cup of tea, and kind of made me sick. But it's all about what you're used to and all about what you like. In high school, when gas was just 79 cents a gallon, Michael, you're dating us. We would drive to New Orleans on a weekend just for lunch. Took 8 hours to get there. It was fun times. Yeah. Oh, Bob it. Girls trip to eat in NOLA? Yes, please. 100% Abu. I haven't been in NOLA since Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. Blood sausage has to be impurities and bacteria, so it has to be cooked. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And to be fair, I don't think I would like any other type of blood sausage either. It's just not my personal taste. And again, it's all about what you grow up with, because there are people who we have a certain type of cheese for our pizza in St. Louis that nobody else has. And that's not a flex. We have like this thing called Provel. It's not provolone, and it's like a cheese mixture, and they put it through an extractor like Play-Doh. and you have rope cheese that you put on stuff, and it's and when we grew up with it, we love it. We can't get enough of it. We melt it on everything. It melts great. But there are people from outside of St. Louis that hate it. They hate it. And like people who are transplants to St. Louis that are like, I'll never eat that pizza. It's gross. And I'm like, are you kidding? That's the best pizza in the world. So it's all about what you're used to. Yeah. Try andouille sausage instead, not a blood sausage. Okay. Yeah. Andouille I've had in things, but I've never had it by itself. I need to go back to NOLA. We all need to go NOLA. Let's all descend on the Crescent City. Let's do that. It's processed, the Provel cheese. Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Yes, I've had it in gumbo. I haven't had it in jambalaya because I don't think I got jambalaya while I was in NOLA. No, I'm sure I did. I mean, we would have gotten it there just to see. But yeah, it was everything. Some of the things that I ate in New Orleans had andouille sausage in it, and that was yummy. It's spicy and lovely. Yeah. And just, I treat my stomach like so badly, like a just abusive stomach. With beans and rice, you get a long andouille sausage on top. That's what I'm joking. Red beans and rice are so good, and yeah, I believe that. I don't have to show the girls, do I? Because NOLA ain't ready for that. Yeah, I don't think they may. That is a myth. Oh, see, I was ready to just woo, Bourbon Street. Hey, I have to go rinse off the hair color and make my bathroom look like a crime scene. Have a great Sunday. You too, honey. Kids and grannies go to Mardi Gras parades and get stuff just for a smile. Yeah. Aw. Okay, I'm a granny, so I could probably smile at somebody and get something. If that doesn't work, tops off. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I mean, I enjoyed my 20s, and everybody's flashed somebody, but yeah, it's way past that point. Way past that point. Our big thing here, other than tacos, are kolaches. Oh, kolaches. Kolaches are so good. And the ones at Buc-ee's are the best outside of Czech City West. Yeah. On Bourbon Street that happens, but the parades are in the Garden District. See, I always wanted to see the Garden District. I thought it was beautiful. And the old mansions, again, the big old mansions with like the carriage houses and like the wrought iron fences in front of them and all of that. And the beautiful gardens. That's very much something that I feel comfortable with and I find beautiful because it's something that I grew up finding beautiful. And they have areas like that in St. Louis, just not as large as the Garden District. But I would love to see the Garden District. Yeah. I would have to see it in January though, because this hot flash stuff is no joke. I had kolaches when going to Baylor. Oh, kolaches are good. Heading out for Mexican. So are we. We're meeting up some family today. And yeah. I want to see the cemetery. Spooky. Yes, they have that Lafayette Cemetery, and of course they have the Madame Laveau thing. Which who even knows if she's buried there? They may have buried her somewhere else. That is why Mardi Gras is in the winter. Too hot any other time. Yep, I get it. Yeah, I would love to take a girls' trip to New Orleans. We were talking about that actually with some girlfriends of mine. And I think it'd be so much fun. And we would just be, we'd just be knock-kneed idiots, and it'd be hilarious fun. That's what we do. Okay, so we are about 10 minutes past the time when I should have reported in and seen how Glammaz doing with this coffee because we're headed out for lunch. So I am going to wrap things up for today, but thank you so much for being here. I do want to send just a couple of very quick special shout outs. Shamima, happy birthday. Mwah, love you, sugar. And I hope it was a fantastic one. Check your Venmo tomorrow. Tom and Sue, thank you so much for a great 4th. We had a fantastic time. It was wonderful and good food, good friends. It was great. And Angie's Oddities. Guys, if you don't know Angie's Oddities, check out her channel. Check her out this afternoon. She's at 4:00 Central. She's going live to celebrate her 500 subscribers. So Angie's Oddities. Angie, congratulations on your 500 subscriber. And I'm going to go, I'm going to go have some nice fish tacos, I think, or some chicken nachos. I don't know. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. So with that being said, please don't forget, please everybody remember that no matter where you're eating or what you're eating, unless you're, eating gas station boudin, no matter what you do, don't forget, Glamma loves you. You have a great day. Bye.